Well, right now, let's look at the final preparations that were carried out earlier today ahead of that final launch of the U.S. space shuttle Atlantis. 4 astronauts will fly on board the shuttle when it blasts off today, well, in 5 minutes actually, and it's bound for the International Space Station. Steve Mort reports from Cape Canaveral.
The crew for the final shuttle mission arrived here in Florida earlier this week, where they've been preparing for their historic mission.
We have a very event-filled mission ahead of us. We have 12 days. We'll be very, very busy. You can tell we have an abridged crew. And when it's all over, I think I speak again for everyone when I say that we'll be very proud to put the right-hand bookend on the Space Shuttle program.
These astronauts and the entire U.S. Space Agency, this mission marks the end of an era. When Atlantis lands, it'll be the last of the remaining 3 orbiters to enter retirement.
People have worked their entire careers in the Space Shuttle program. It's not an exaggeration to say that they treat the Space Shuttle like a member of the family. And you're talking about the retirement of a family member. And not being with that family member every single day, it's devastating.
The last Atlantis flight will mark the end of a 30-year program that built a space station and launched the Hubble Space Telescope. And it marks the end of America's role in manned spaceflight, at least for now. The White House cancelled plans for NASA to develop a new orbiting vehicle. The agency is instead tasked with the longer-term goal of reaching deeper into space.
The shuttle got us this far off, the Earth, and that was extremely important to be able to do that. Now we need to build on the successes of the program, don't repeat the mistakes that we had, learn from those to get us this farther away from the Earth.
But here at the Kennedy Space Center, the thousands of people who work in the shuttle program face an uncertain future, and many say they're likely to get emotional when Atlantis launches for the last time.
It may be tough to find people out there with not a little bit of moisture forming in the sides of their eyes. And then when it comes back, well, when it stops moving on the runway, I think that's when you're really going to start feeling.
But for now, those working on launching Atlantis say it's too early to start thinking about the end just yet. As Atlantis awaits its final launch on the pad behind me, NASA officials say there's no room for nostalgia here at the Kennedy Space Center until the shuttle safely touches down at the end of its mission. Steve Mort, CCTV, at the Kennedy Space Center in Florida.
Well, we continue to watch the countdown of